Thank you for purchasing a wireless adapter for your Dymo LabelWriter 4XL from Cuboid Developments. If you're watching this video, you've received the new updated version, which doesn't need you to mess around with the memory card. You can simply log in and connect it to your Wi-Fi straight away. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So first of all, carefully connect your wireless adapter to the Dymo LabelWriter 4XL by lining up the connections on here and slotting it in, making sure that it's flush here. Always remember to support the weight of the wireless adapter so that it doesn't cause any damage to either the wireless adapter or the Dymo LabelWriter. After inserting the wireless adapter to the Dymo LabelWriter 4XL, plug the original power cord into the 24 volt input. And remember to support it as you turn it over. And if you look carefully, you can see the red and the green light through the holes in the top. It'll take a few minutes for the wireless adapter to start up. The next step is to go to your Wi-Fi settings as though you're going to connect to a new router. And here you'll see Set up Dymo LabelWriter 4XL. Tapping on this will temporarily disconnect you from your current router and instead connect to the hotspot created by the Wi-Fi adapter. It'll say internet not available, connect to another network. On some devices, it'll actually automatically take you to the next screen. But in this case, we're going to tap this, and here we can see Manage Router 10.41.0.1. If your device doesn't show this, you can type that number into your favorite browser such as Chrome or Safari and navigate to 10.41.0.1 like a normal web page. This device allows me to tap it right now. Again, in some devices, it'll automatically navigate you to this page as soon as you've connected to the hotspot called Set up Dymo LabelWriter 4XL. Here, you can see on this page that the Wi-Fi adapter has searched for routers that are nearby, and as you can see it says here, choose the Wi-Fi router that you'd like your Wi-Fi adapter to automatically connect to. And here we've got the options. If your router's SSID or its name is hidden and does not appear in this list, you can type it in manually here at the bottom and then press connect. But in this case, I'm going to connect to Netgear 57. And here you can see it asks for the Wi-Fi password for Netgear 57. Press the connect button below to connect this Wi-Fi adapter to Netgear 57. While the Wi-Fi adapter attempts to connect to the Netgear 57, this Wi-Fi setup screen will disappear. If the connection fails, this Wi-Fi hotspot will be recreated. If that happens, please check that your Wi-Fi name and the Wi-Fi password are correct. Once your Wi-Fi adapter connects to your router, you will then need to pair it to your printer before you can print. You can access that setup page by typing dymowifi.local:631 into the address bar. The address bar is where you'd usually type google.com or any other website that ends in .com or .co.uk. If you need to connect to a different router in the future, simply make sure that router is switched off or out of range, and this setup Wi-Fi access point will appear again to allow you to connect to the new router. So here is where we enter the password. Make sure the password's correct and press connect. And here is the confirmation screen, which should only stay there for a few moments. You can see here that the hotspot is closed down because the Wi-Fi adapter is trying to connect to the router. So it'll say here that I'm not connected to a network, and my phone will automatically reconnect to my Netgear 57, the same as what we've just told the Wi-Fi adapter to connect to. Incidentally, the phone will return to whatever Wi-Fi network it was already connected to before we started. In other words, if you've told the Wi-Fi adapter to connect to a different router, it does not change what your phone will reconnect to. So now that we've told the Wi-Fi adapter to connect to Netgear 57, we're going to exit from this and we're going to navigate to dymowifi.local:631. Now, if you happen to see this message, it means that you're running an older Android, which means that you'll have to type in the IP address of the Wi-Fi adapter. This will be different for everyone because it's entirely up to your router what number will be assigned to your Wi-Fi adapter. So you can log into your router and find out, or consider downloading an app which searches and scans your Wi-Fi and it'll come up as Raspberry Pi Foundation. I just so happen to know that my router has assigned number 31 to the IP address for this Wi-Fi adapter. So I'd type in the IP address like that and then :631, and there it is. That's the screen that we're looking for. Of course, on a newer device it would come up straight away. Dymo Wi-Fi .local:631, and there it is. So to pair your Wi-Fi adapter with your Dymo LabelWriter 4XL, you access the administration screen and you press Add Printer. It'll tell you to upgrade, and just as with the previous model, if you get this screen, you can just press Advanced and then Proceed. It says it's unsafe, but the printer is local to our Wi-Fi network and it's not actually accessing the internet. So now we're back on this screen, we press Add Printer again and it'll ask you to sign in. And you simply type Dymo as the username and 1234 as the password. Again, this is not going over the internet, this is all inside on the Wi-Fi, so it does not need to be a secure password. And here in this list you can see the Dymo LabelWriter 4XL, which we select that and then press continue. We want to make sure that we tick share this printer and then continue. And everything will be on default. Add printer, and you can change the print quality here from text only to barcodes and graphics, and then set default options. And there you have it. The Dymo LabelWriter 4XL has been added and paired to your new Wi-Fi adapter. So now let's try to print something. And we tap up the top here to select the printer, and as you'll see, there's lots of greyed out Dymo LabelWriters on my phone because this is the phone I use to test the ones that I've sold previously. You can see that the highlighted one is the IP address that we checked out earlier on, and it's lit up because the phone is able to see it over the network. Before we print, we always want to make sure that we change the paper size from ISO A4 to 4x6. It's always important that you do that, otherwise the printer will just stream out loads of blank labels and you'll have to turn it off and back on again to clear the job. Once you've made sure everything's okay and that the label fits correctly inside, we can press print. You can see it lights up. And there it is. Congratulations, you've just set up your Wi-Fi adapter. It'll remember all of its settings, and if you ever need to connect to a new router, just turn off the one it's currently connected to, or if you don't have the router anymore, it won't be able to connect to it, and it'll start showing that hotspot that you can connect to set up the Wi-Fi adapter. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't bought yours already, head over to www.cuboidwales.com. That's Cuboid Wales.com.